To another video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a lot of leaks, and I'm going to be doing a re-record of a leak video for a bunch of stuff for the DJI FPV drone and the upcoming DJI motion controller that'll come out with the DJI FPV drone. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so the first leak, I guess, that we have is going to be me refilming this part for the DJI FPV drone information that was basically leaked by GetFPV accidentally. And so what GetFPV did was, post an article about it with a bunch of images, and also this stream is in 1440p, so you'll be able to see everything perfectly. Okay, I made a post about it. So, okay, so the first thing that we're going to be talking about is basically the specs of the DJI FPV drone's camera. It's going to have a one-axis gimbal with rock steady, so that means it's going to be able to tilt up and down, and then everything else will be smoothed out by DJI's rock steady, which is image, stabilization that's done in the camera, usually like during or after the fact. It's going to have a wide 142 degree view, so it's pretty wide when shooting at 50 or 100 FPS, and the view widens even more when shooting at 50 or 100 FPS. So the goggles are going to be the V2 goggles, which are currently at the top of the line, obviously. The transmission between the drone and the goggles are going to be 810p at 60 FPS or 120 FPS in low latency mode. So the highest, recording quality you can do on this drone is 4K 60 FPS at 120 megabits per second, or HD at 120 FPS. Now, that is actually not as good as the DJI Mavic Air 2, but it is better than the DJI Mavic 2, Mavic 2 Pro, Mavic 2 Zoom, both. Okay, and so here is something interesting that a lot of people have been talking about. It's going to be a typical DJI, drone, like a Mavic, that has a GPS assisted mode that's easy to control and enables, smooth flight. That's what this says. Basically, this is Mavic mode, and it goes 33 miles an hour. Sports mode, of course, is just, without the sensors and such, and so you end up going 60 miles an hour, and you double the ascent and descent rates. Manual mode. Now, this is something interesting. It disables most flight assists and hand direct controls to the operator, just like a freestyle drone would have. This enables maneuverability, but also considerable risk, blah, blah, blah. In addition, manual mode will still limit the maximum attitude of the craft and prevent inverted maneuvers like flips and rolls. Okay, that means your drone isn't going to be able to go like this, like a normal FPV drone. But you can get it to do that with some settings. DJI has provided a method to disable the automatic recentering on the radio controller by adjusting a screw at the back, which means on the controller, which we'll talk about later, you can actually just unscrew a screw and then the joystick will no longer go to the center. That's cool. So this is something interesting that I think a lot of people are interested in, and it's basically I don't know if you guys have ever seen or heard of, but DJI is coming out with a new, controller for the DJI FPV drone, and it looks like some sort of motion controller, and it looks very interesting, to say the least. Not much is known as what they said, but I've managed to get an unboxing video of it, so I'll talk to you about that in a second. The DJI FPV drone will offer a 20-minute flight time and speeds up to 60 miles an hour, and it weighs about 800 grams. That's cool. It includes ADS-B, but I'm not exactly sure if that's just the American version or not. DJI makes sure that parts like landing gear, gimbal, and top shell are replaceable. Nice. Okay, and this is by Drone XL. They basically managed to capture all this stuff before the GetFPV website went down. And so now let's take a look at the unboxing of the DJI motion controller. Here we go. So this is basically the unboxing of it. And he also unboxes the DJI FPV drone combo. So he unboxes the controller and that, which is interesting. Let's see it.
Radiocomando alternativo.
We've seen the unboxing of the DJI FPV drone. There you go. There's the controller. He's showing you the controller, which a lot of people I'm sure would like.
Ovviamente senza supporto smartphone perché si usa il visore.
There you go. See how the little, I don't know what you call them, sticks. The sticks are actually stored in the inside of the controller, which is cool. I mean, this is a very nice controller. It's sort of like a PS5 type controller. And there's where your lanyard would go, I believe. That's where your lanyard would go.
Due scatole di eliche.
And there are the props, and so forth. We've seen all this stuff. Cool. Now this is what I'm really interested in.
Qui abbiamo le antenne del visore, le spine, gli attrezzi e tutta la cavetteria e il laccio per il visore da mettere dietro la testa. Inoltre abbiamo anche il nuovissimo smart controller che sembra una cloche di un aereo per poterlo pilotare con teoria di giroscopi e quant'altro. Lo vedete con un grilletto tipo pistola e vari pulsanti e movimenti vari per gestire il proprio FPV. Ciao a tutti.
And it looks exactly like a sorry, I have to X out of this. This was, by the way, posted by Jasper Ellens. Great guy. We'll talk about Jasper in a second. You can find his Facebook group in the link in the description below. But yeah, Jasper's great. Yeah, I mean this is a great leak as well. Cool. So we've seen, you know, the DJI FPV motion controller. That's nice. Now, this is something else interesting. This is by Jasper Ellens. Nice, Jasper. Again, I will actually link his Facebook group in the description below. So, yep, that'll be there in a second. Let me get my previous stream up to actually get that. But yeah, I'll put his Facebook group in the description below. Boy. Hang on while I do that. This is interesting. This is interesting. Again, another video of the DJI FPV drone in the wild. It's only 12 seconds, so I'm pretty sure I can copyright strike for it. But yeah, look at that. I mean, there's so many leaks of this thing. It's just almost crazy. It's so crazy. It's just... And yeah, I guess we can watch that one more time. I do have a flying video of it. And I will show that to you guys in just a second. But yeah, so there's this 60-page PDF, just wow, that got leaked, and it actually includes a lot of interesting stuff. Now, right now, what I'm interested in is the DJI FPV drone, but this thing also includes cars and other things. It's so interesting. Like what cars? A Maybach and a Formula 1 car. That's interesting. But yes, these are a bunch of images of the DJI FPV drone and the controller, which is quite nice. It's pretty cool. So yeah, thanks to Jasper. Again, I'm going to put his link in the chat. So I'll put that right in the chat right now. You should see it in the chat. Let me pin it. Okay, so now that we're done with all that, let's take a look at it actually flying. If I can find it. Here we go. Now, I can't show more than 30 seconds of this video for fear of copyright strike. So, I'm not gonna show more than 30 seconds of this leak. So, let's get a timer up. And I'll just show 30 seconds of this because I really don't want to get copyright striked again. So here we go. This is it flying. That's pretty cool. I hope it's copyright. Anyway, he just pans around the phone for a bit, and I'll switch the part. This is what it looks like. Yeah. Alright, that was all I can show. Yeah, again, if you want to see this video, go follow Jasper Ellens. Yeah. This is pretty cool. Alright, so now that we're done with all that, oh boy, do we have something super interesting for you guys. Look at who it is. It's the man, it's the myth, it's the legend. I don't know what to say. HakkaSushi. This photo, he is famous for this photo. Yep. Well, no, more or less. You got on Droning On's channel. I got on Droning On's channel by, you know, showing this to him and that sort of stuff. Now, this never ended up happening. This is 2020.12, so February 2020. Never happened. Whatever the Phantom V was, no, never ended up happening. But look at what he's just posted. Man, HakkaSushi, and it's just like he's been gone for a very long time. And completely inactive. I'll take you a look at the likes, his likes. Hasn't done anything since February 19th. His media hadn't done anything since September 2020. And then all of a sudden he posts this. I mean, a lot of people are really interested in this DJI FPV drone. And this is just yet another just example of how big and wide this is. I mean, this guy went from, Phantom stuff to this. I'm not sure how he's found this video, but he's got it somehow. And yeah, so I think that pretty much sums it all up. We got an unboxing, we got a live video, and yeah, pretty crazy, if you ask me. Let's just see that unboxing of the oh wow, look at that. It's just an Osmo with the top snapped off.
Con un grilletto tipo pistola che va dei pulsanti e movimenti vari per gestire.
Again, thanks to Jasper Ellens.
FPV.
Also,
ciao a tutti.
Eduardo German. Hello. How are you, my friend? I see a lot of people are in the chat. Wow, people are really interested in this thing. Yeah, so we saw that leak, and again, we saw this DJI FPV drone in the wild. With that that controller, again, man, this just looks like they're looking at the footage. Yeah, that's so. And we saw these leaks of it, and then we also saw a guy flying it, just like you normally would. So funny. I mean. Yeah, so credit to this guy. Yeah, wow. It does fly like a Maverick. I'll give it that. And when again, going back to these leaks, basically there's normal mode, Mavic mode, then there's sport mode, And then there's manual mode, but it doesn't do flips and rolls. And again, you can adjust that controller so basically you can choose if the sticks go back to center or not, which is, you know, I think pretty cool. Man, I've only been live for 15 minutes and I've run out of stuff to say. Yeah, I really don't think there's much more to be said, other than it's interesting that HakkaSushi has come back. Again, this controller looks like it's going to be a big deal for DJI. And then, yeah, this drone is seriously, it's coming out soon. It's coming out tomorrow, actually. In fact, you should go on to YouTube and go to my channel. And if you guys haven't already, first of all, follow my channel. And go to my community tab. And there should be a DJI launch stream with droning on. So go check this out. I'll leave the linky in the chat as well. Go check this out. I'll be literally live at like, God, I don't know when. It'll be like 5 in the morning. 5 in the morning here. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. Hey, well. Oh well. Please go check it out. Go sub to Ash from Droning On. Great person. Great channel. Live in 8 hours. 5:30 in the morning. Yep. I'll be on this. Please check it out. Please do subscribe. And yeah, I think that's just about all that I have to say. I hope you guys like the improved stream quality. I hope everything looked nice and crispy. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.